Long-distance backpacking has always intrigued me, traveling from town to town, meeting people and experiencing life in the most simplest of ways. This next series follows me as I dive into that world, and although my journey is stopped short due to some gear failures, I feel like my experiences along the way are worth sharing. Join me as I conquer more of my milestones with miles hiked, my first town layover, my first post office Dropbox, and experiencing real-life trail angels for the first time. This is my story of 10 days in the Pennsylvania wilds.
Good morning. Just having some oatmeal and a coffee, Carnation instant breakfast here. Warming up with the sun. Went down to 46 last night. Taking advantage of the sun coming up over the meadow. Drying off my ground sheet and my tarp for my tent. Might as well from the dew last night. What a nice little camp and a good night's sleep. Now when I passed that trail register yesterday, it was just right around the corner. Where I camped was to the left. This is going to be a nice morning hike for me. Boy, there's some boulders up on that hill there. Okay, so that whole section by Mosquito Creek was Bridge Trail. Right when you get to that trail register, that's known as Bridge Trail, going alongside Mosquito Creek there. And we're still on it here, up on this meadow here. Very dolly sods like. Been hiking through these beautiful meadows. Now we're coming up to Beaver Run. I'm gonna hike along this for a while before I get to the pond. Came to my first real obstacle of the trail. Walking along Beaver Run here, and now I have to cross it over that. Anybody got a boat? So I made it this far. Those sticks, I trusted those sticks and they held up pretty good, but got the my shoes in there decent, but could have been a lot worse. Looks like I can just hop on this rock up here and get across. That's funny. Thanks, beavers. Welcome to the Beaver Run Shallow Water Impoundment. Pretty. We're supposed to walk around this here and find the Marion Brooks Loop and then Lincon Trail, if I remember correctly. And maybe a nice shady place to sit for a bit. Take off the shoes and make sure my socks are nice and dry. I don't want to be stupid and walk in them all day because of that bridge I had to cross back there. After a while they feel dry, especially in this weather, but you know, they're really not. So take a break, get my first stretches in, resupply my snacks, and move on. Okay, I found a place to sit. I'm right at the section where the connector trail takes a right off the trail that I'm on. And I'm airing my shoes out, socks, over there in some sunlight. And I'm gonna take a little break here. We're gonna turn right at this trail register and we'll see what's around the corner. Okay, so we hit that trail register and then we turn right. Got things dried out pretty good. That sun's really starting to come out now. Check the weather. Chance of rain starting at 6 o'clock. Highest chance of rain, 8 o'clock. And then throughout the night, it goes down. But it looks like chance of rain for the next few days. I'm also making pretty good time where I took a break there. That was 5.5 miles in for the day. That's a pretty good start. This section has been, honestly, the whole trail so far has been moderate at the most. Pretty easy. I'm cruising along on most of these sections. Now I know coming up in just a day, it's going to get rough. So I'm going to take it while I got it. So we took the Marion Brooks Loop to Lincon Trail. There's some nice signage for it. And now we're crossing the Quehanna highway there. Next up is going to be a vista. Very nice. This is overlooking Page and Red Runs. We're going to descend down into Page Run. Next up, down there. Giant boulders. Look at that in there. This here is premier Pennsylvania hiking. What a nice place for a break. Nice cool water here. Really needed to cool off after that hike coming across the highway in that whole section when that sun started coming out. This is like a refuge. Very nice. We're about to link up with the connector trail and then shortly after that back on the northern section of the Quehanna Trail. I really don't want to leave here though. I could sit here for a while. Well, here we are back on the Quehanna Trail. That section there through all those, with the bridge trail, the Marion Brook Loop, was that what it was called? The T-Berry Trail? That was lovely, man. That was really, really nice hiking. I love the way this route is planned out. But yeah, we're back on the Quehanna Trail here, and I'm looking to have some lunch because I'm tired of eating snacks. Just about 2 o'clock now, and we're gonna look for a camp somewhere on this northeastern section of the Quehanna. We're heading east on Quehanna Trail right now. Well, he got me, scared me. He said, "No way, dude, I'm here, and I ain't moving." I was about standing right about there when he rattled at me. Just looking at where I was gonna cross, I'm like, and then boom. Woo! He's still rattling. No, I think that's the stream echoing back at me. Oh, needless to say, I'm gonna cross right here. He was right on that rock, and I kept looking like, wow, I mean, the sun was like right there, coming down on that rock. I know they can be anywhere else. What am I talking about? Out here. But the heck is that? I just heard something weird. Was it that tree moving? Because it's dead right there leaning. I'm just backing up and looking around. Like, was that a growl? I'm gonna yell. Hey, human! Did you hear that? I think it's this tree right here echoing. It did it right when I was right next to it there. This is like seconds after seeing that snake too, man. So I'm on high alert. Yeah, that's what that is. It's the wind doing something to this tree. Speaking of which, I'm getting the heck out of here. For all I know, she's ready to fall. Almost 100% it was that tree making that noise. Okay, seriously though, that's enough excitement. That was a lot of excitement piled into like 2 minutes. It would like that sound echoed up the trunk of it, I guess. Wow. We're fine. We're fine. Came across some ruins here. There's a fire pit and some nice sitting rocks. I'm gonna pass up this camp. I don't really see a great place for a tent. I'm sure I could find it, but I'm gonna push on to Laurel Draft where they're supposed to be camping. There's water here, tiny stream. I think I'm gonna go ahead and push on for another mile or two and see what else I can find. So I'm just now crossing Hoover Road, where we're gonna find a campsite right on top of Laurel Draft. That's the plan. It's not too far away from here. I'm out of water and I'm hungry. I'm tired of eating snacks again. And looks like the sky behind me is not looking as good as the sky in front of me. So that rain might be a real thing coming. Anyways, let's go. Well, here we are atop of Laurel Draft. There's a little campsite here. I think I can make this work. Looks like a flat place somewhere around here. But that was a big day hiking for me. Feel pretty good. Time to get set up. 7 o'clock right now. Well, I immediately just set up in record time. I wanted to beat the rain if it came. I just wanted to have a shelter in case I get hit with a downpour or something. So pretty good spot. Utilized the tree there. And I got a little porch going there. Keep everything dry if it hits me before I go to bed. Now, I'm gonna go down here, get some water and do some stretching. Because I haven't had water since Hoover Road. Was that it when I crossed that? I am thirsty. Well, just had some State Fair chili from Packet Gourmet. Man, I love that. Now I'm having my dessert, the whatchamacallit. It's just starting to rain now. Here come the drips. Well, I'm gonna go hang my food bag after I scarf this. Head in the tent. 18.5 miles I did today. I was not expecting that. Feel pretty good after it though. Hopefully I'm not underestimating all my mileage as we go forward, because I thought I was only gonna do 16 today, but hey, I got it done. I'm at the campsite I wanted to get to. It's not the best site, but I'm making it work. I think I'm gonna have a pretty flat lay. We'll find out in a minute here, because I'm about to take care of my feet, throw a couple messages through the satellite messenger, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It rained all night. It's still raining. It's a good steady sprinkle. Every once in a while it gets a little harder, but it's not exactly a downpour, but it has not stopped since it started. I got mostly everything packed up. Got the tent put away. Everything that I want dry is put away dry. Now I just gotta have some breakfast, have some coffee, and we're gonna hit the trail. The goal today is Donut Hole Trail. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about finding a camp spot right away, because we still have to walk down out of Quehanna Trail on the Sinnemahoning Trail, which I'm not sure what kind of shape that trail is going to be in with the rain. And looking for a camp spot. I don't think I'm going to be moving very fast. I'm not going to try to overthink it. It'll work itself out. Our goal tonight is to get as close to Kettle Creek State Park as possible, because I have a camp reserved there, and I don't really care how many miles it takes, as long as it's not a ridiculous amount of miles tomorrow to get there, because I have a perfect camp waiting for me there. So, but that's tomorrow. Tonight we'll see where we end up. Hopefully it's someplace safe, and dry would be nice, but I'll take safe. I gotta get some, I need some coffee. Well, the rain seems to be dying off for the most part, but there's a chance for it off and on all day, and then a higher chance around 7 o'clock tonight. Well, good morning. I think I saw it was, oh boy, I did the math. It's about 7 or 8 miles to Sinnemahoning. I'm just going to breeze right through it, because I got to hit the Donut Hole Trail. Now there is an option for a post office there. It's about a mile off trail, but there's an option for a supply drop there at the post office. I'm not sure of the times that they're open, but there's a restaurant I'll be going by too. I'm going to try to resist it. At least right now I am. I want to get as far on the Donut Hole Trail as I can today. That was my best night's sleep yet here. I slept like a baby. Had some dreams. I was up for a little bit. I think it was 4 o'clock. I checked the time. And that's about it. I slept in till 7:20. Oh man, it was awesome. But it was the rain and the stream right over the hill there. We're going along Laurel Draft here. We're going to be walking along that above it on the Quehanna Trail here till we find our link trail going down to town. We just crossed Wyckoff Run. Now we're heading up into Upper Pine Draft. At the top of this next climb is where we'll link up with the Sinnemahoning Trail. And just after crossing Wyckoff Run, it looks like our climb begins. So now we met up with the Sinnemahoning Trail. This is going to go down to Sinnemahoning. This trail was actually once used for the Underground Railroad. It was built for the Underground Railroad. Quehanna Trail is going to keep on going to the right here. We're going to take a left to Sinnemahoning. Well, this trail's been really easy to follow. 4.4 miles, and we're just about down to Sinnemahoning. Any minute now. Been making good time. It's been pretty much downhill the whole way. I guess if there's a convenient place to stop, for like maybe a drink or like a Gatorade or something, that'd be cool to find some like submarine sandwiches. Take one of those for tonight for dinner. I keep dreaming about something like that, but I don't think there is anything like that down here. But I'm going to check the time when we get down to Sinnemahoning, make my plan for the Donut Hole Trail, and see how far from Kettle Creek State Park I am. Now up here, we want to take a left, go over this bridge. There's supposed to be a restaurant to pass right by. Probably going to skip it though. Oh, the heck of the hill we just came off of there. Past Willow's restaurant there. Boy, I was scared to drop my phone right down on the bridge there though. I was holding on to it tight. Pretty busy streets around here. Not getting those walkaway shots I wanted, but right around the corner is the village of Jericho. That's where we're headed. I'm up on top of there, but in between them. Going up into there. The beginning of the Donut Hole Trail is right there. Here we are at the beginning of the Donut Hole Trail. There's the first marker for it. We're gonna walk through this tiny village called Jericho, and then we're back into the wilderness. Now we're coming to the end of the village of Jericho, and it goes on the private property for a minute here. You can see a gate up here, right at the end of the village. Looks like the trail goes like right along some private property here, but you see the orange blazes leading up to it. We're just gonna walk around the gate and head up into the woods. The Donut Hole Trail isn't a trail that gets a lot of visitors. It's a 94-mile trail, end to end. Just a linear trail. It takes you in and out of some of the deepest hollows you're gonna find in Pennsylvania. There's a story behind the name of the Donut Hole Trail. Most of these trails around here, they make sense of what they're called. But the Donut Hole Trail, where it got its name, supposedly, is the Conservation Corps members that were building this at the time, the ones that were stationed here, the terrain was so rough and it was so way out there in the middle of nowhere, they nicknamed it the hole. That's what the story says. And when the trail was finished, they couldn't exactly call it that, but they called it the Donut Hole Trail as a nod to the workers. That's a story. And if you've ever been out here on the Donut Hole Trail, going in and out of these climbs, you get very few vistas. Like if you like these streams and these beautiful green hollows, this is where you want to go. But it's hard work. It's hard work. Well, that was a long climb coming out of Jericho. It took forever. I don't know how many miles it was, but maybe I'll look later. We're about to the top now. We're about to cross the road and some pipelines. And I'm thinking I'm gonna call it up here if I can find a water supply, which I know is kind of crazy up on top here. Where's all the water? I don't know. Hopefully I get lucky. It is raining pretty good. It rained pretty good on the way up. It's starting to lighten up now. I don't really have a way to gather it real easy to gather the rain, but well, I'm hoping I can find some maybe puddles or something up here to live off of for the night. It's been raining pretty good all day and night, so there's a chance something might be flowing somewhere. Whew. Yeah, I'm ready to call for a day. I've been using the same liter of water than when I left camp. I've just been taking breaks while I hike. Feet have been holding up nice, which is why I don't want to push it too much further. They feel great. I know they're wet, but it's nice to be not climbing that hill anymore. It just took forever. Listen to an audiobook. It's cranking some music towards the end. Well, I'm walking on Montour Road now. I didn't see a good place for my tent yet, or a really good water source. I mean, I could use these puddles, but that'll be one of my last resorts probably. Weather's turning on me too. 60 degrees, wind and rain. Gets you down to that chills you down to the bone. I'm ready to get dry and warm, I'll tell you that right now. Hopefully soon. The one campsite I planned out was originally for a hammock. I don't think it's going to happen. It's on my next climb. When I planned this trip, I was going to bring the hammock, and I said, no, my tent system weighs a little less. And if I get stuck in some high winds, I don't want to be swinging from trees. So now right over here, I could probably set up somewhere in this pipeline. The grass is kind of tall, but sometimes these pine trees have some nice clearings on them. I'm keeping an eye out, but that doesn't solve my water problem. But it's falling from the sky. If I could just harness it. Okay, that was rough. That was rough. Donut Hole Trail coming off of Montour Road. It just kept raining and raining, and trying to come off down this ridge. Where am I coming into? This is I'm in Bear Hollow now, and I had a tough time. Got here, just got shelter set up immediately because I just want to dry off. Got it in super porch mode. I'm hunkered down right here. This is I got a lot of spaces to dry stuff off in, and I just crawled into the tent immediately. I grabbed water from the stream nearby, and I searched these whole woods here off the trail. This looks like the safest, flattest spot for me. So I took it. It took longer than I wanted, walking around finding a camp, but I gotta find a camp that I like and looks safe to me. Supposed to get some wind in tonight, last I checked. That was way this morning, though. We'll see if that actually follows through with the rain and wind. I got some pretty good miles in today. I have to check into it. I think it might have been 18 or 19, which will put us about 12 miles out from Kettle Creek State Park, where I'm headed tomorrow night. Got a camp reserved. So that's going to be nice to know that I have a camp that's already a nice camp and just go there, you know. I'm going to sit here and dry out and relax, as I could not wait to get off my feet. They held up pretty good today, the Lone Peak 4s, and I coated them with a good coating of trail toes when I left today because I knew it was going to be wet all day. They're in pretty good shape for the miles I did. Pretty happy with that. So, oh man, hope it's quiet tonight so I get a good night's sleep. I'll talk to you later.